Hi, I'm James from Your Personal Training, and welcome to this very special interview today with Alice, who's based over in Belfast. Every month at Your Personal Training, we nominate one trainer from our network of over 400 across the UK as our nominated Personal Trainer of the Month. I'm delighted to say that Alice has been nominated for the month of November. And today's session, we're going to learn a little bit more about how Alice has built such a successful business from her club, Andersonstown, over in Belfast. So with no further delay, Alice, big welcome to the call. How does it feel to be the nominated PT of the month?
It feels great. It's nice to know that all the hard work is definitely paying off and being appreciated, which is great. I started out in June, and it's gone great since then. It just kind of took my love of fitness and tried to put it into a professional capacity, and it's worked out really well so far. So I'm dead pleased.
Amazing, amazing. You know, it's great to hear you've got off to such a fantastic start, and we'll delve a little bit deeper on today's session, just with some quick fire questions, so we can understand a little bit more about yourself and how you've made such a success. So, give us a little bit about your background, Alice. What were you doing prior to personal training?
Sorry. So before personal training, I probably did what most people do, and kind of choose a degree that maybe they weren't fully into, or they just chose it because they were coming out of school and thought they would choose something. So it was pretty academic, kind of social policy. But then I took a year out after uni and moved to Australia, where the lifestyle is very different over there. It's very, very active, and everybody seems to be out doing things and swimming and fishing and surfing. And the gym was a really big thing over there. So I thought, okay, this is great. This is more my people. This is more my thing. So I had come home then, and thought, you know what, I really enjoy the gym. I think we could do this, because I had come home in lockdown trying to get a job in like human resources in companies that either were shut down or they weren't letting their own workers come in, never mind, randomers for shadow, and it wasn't really taking off or working. So I thought, you know what, I love fitness, I love training, let's see if we can pursue a career in that. So then I did my qualifications in that and took off from there.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. And it's interesting, actually, because I think a lot of people find themselves almost pigeonholed towards university, don't they, after college, and you know, studying a topic that they're partially interested in, I think it's fair to say. And
yeah,
if you were to give advice to someone going through the college kind of education pathway at the moment, who had an aspiration to be a personal trainer, what would be your advice?
I mean, there's great pathways now that you can choose. Maybe choose something like sports science instead. If you're still really dead set on going to university, that'll open loads of doors for you. But again, if you're still on the fence and maybe deciding that you don't know if it's for you or not, going to university, I wouldn't. I have found that if I had started doing what I do now 5 years ago, think of how much farther ahead I would have been. And while I'm grateful that I finally came to it, I definitely think the last 5 years gaining experience in the specific field that I ended up in anyway would have probably been much more beneficial to me and to anybody thinking about doing it, but still kind of wanting to please people and go down the university pathway. So I would say maybe either do a degree that's sport specific, or don't do it at all. You don't have to. It's not the only way, and it's been really successful for me so far. Not doing a career based in my university degree. So,
absolutely, yeah. And level 2, level 3, that's your pathway, educational pathway to becoming a PT. And it's quite rare, actually, to go on that educational journey and then command the sort of fees that you can command as a personal trainer, as you know, being seen as a fitness professional. And I think from a public perception point of view, that is very much kind of an in-demand service nowadays as well, when health and fitness is on the tip of everyone's tongue. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, it is. And more people are ditching nights out to spend Friday night in the gym. And with that in mind, fitness being a big focus, not only for aesthetics, but people are now becoming more health wise and health conscious. It's only going to be an area that grows, and it's going to need people to fill the roles and be instructors. So it's great.
Fantastic. No, that's fantastic. So you mentioned earlier, Alice, you started in June at your facility. What's your current situation look like? Because that's what, kind of 6 months, 6 months into the role.
Yeah,
How many clients are you currently
about
working
six.
with?
Currently I've got 15 individuals, and then I also run two sets of group classes. So there's 8 people in those. And
Fantastic.
then I've got a short wait list as well. What I found was retention's actually pretty high as well. So you have your main 15, then you'll get, some floaters in and out. Maybe people will stay on for a month or two and then kind of go on. But for the most part, I've got a good solid core that have
Yeah,
stayed with me these last 6 months, which has been great.
fantastic. So waiting list going into 2023, not a bad position to be
Hmm.
in. So that's really exciting.
Absolutely. And it's nice because you can most of them they're quite different. Some people work, shift pattern, some people are 9 to 5, some people don't work the conventional 9 to 5. So if you have a nice mix of clients like that, you can organize your day really well.
Absolutely.
And it's nice to not have that strict 9 to 5 structure with your job as well,
Yeah.
which is great.
It's nothing like it, isn't it? Being your own boss and master of your own
Oh,
destiny is great.
absolutely. Too much control.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Well, that's fantastic. And it's always good from an insights perspective as well, just to kind of talk us through what your launch looked like when you first started. Because naturally, I think when you
Yeah.
start as a PT, there's a level of anxiety and nervousness. It's a new role, a new environment. So if you could just talk us through what it looked like for you, Alice, that would be great.
Yeah, so I had started my very first day. I showed up and thought, right, I'll put out a stand in the center, at the reception. Um, Advertise me, I'm here, I'm a PT, come join me. The actual uptake for that wasn't too good. But it was fine because at least I was sitting there and people knew I was there. But I think people are quite hesitant to go over to a desk and see what it is that's going on. So after that, next day, I thought, you know what, we'll do something more interactive. We'll start a gym challenge, right?
Sure.
Which is more fun, gets people engaged. Instead of chatting to somebody at the desk, everybody's doing something. So we had a how high can you put the sticky note on the wall challenge. So we had lots of boys and girls coming in upstairs, trying to get involved in that, which was good fun. We recorded those attempts as well and put them up on the Centre social media page as well,
Yeah.
which got a lot of engagement then, which was really good fun. So that was kind of the start of people sort of knowing who I was and that I was there and that there's a personality behind the smile that says "Come and join me,"
Yeah.
which was nice. And then I've got just a lot of inquiries then actually in the centre on site, me coaching other people, and then someone coming up and say, "Sorry to interrupt your session, but can we can we talk or can I have your number?" and things like that there, which was good. I think when people see you having fun and coaching someone and starting from foundation,
Mm,
they're a bit more confident that them coming in at any level that I'll be able to help them,
absolutely.
which is nice, which was good. So, and then also you get a lot of inquiries off the actual YPT website,
Okay. Okay.
which is great
Fantastic.
because we advertised the QR code and my link all about the center. So you've got the TVs, then the all the screens on the machines, and then we stuck posters up as well. So that all those things like getting your face out there and knowing where and how to contact you was really, really helpful
Yeah.
for inquiries and leads and stuff. So
That's fantastic. It sounds like you really hit the ground running there, Alice, and had kind of a robust plan. Because clearly there's kind of active lead generation and passive lead generation going on there, and it's all about
mhm,
banging the drum, isn't it? In the early days, I guess.
absolutely. And I kind of thought, right, if you're going to do it well and do it from every direction,
Yes.
and maximize maximize the amount of leads that you're getting. And it's nice because some you go looking for, but quite a lot of them are passively coming to you.
Yeah.
Which is it's really nice because it's nice that people will see us interacting on the floor and think, right, that looks enjoyable.
Absolutely.
Training doesn't have to be hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Having a personal trainer can be fun.
Yeah, and no, 100%. And I mean, I've got the quote I always use is success leaves clues. So I think there's lots of lessons in there. If I'm a new personal trainer, learning from your experience is fantastic. So there's some really good golden nuggets there, and it's great to see you getting the success off it. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's never plain sailing when you start a business. You know, it's a big project. So what's been the biggest obstacle since you started in June?
Um, Definitely, I think organizing my own schedule. So as we say, we're our own boss essentially.
Yeah.
And what you want to do is organize your life that you still have one after after you arrange your clients for the week. So I did find at the start that I didn't have as much time for my own training. I was tired because I was doing everything possible. So I was
Sure.
getting up early to do the 6, 7, 8 a.m.s. And I was also working late to catch everybody after. So I kind of had a bit of a breakdown of my own ability to train and things like that. So scheduling was very tough. But my mentor was really good throughout. And anytime I needed him, we had a call or we had a chat. And he was like, look, pick slots and choose the times that you're going to work, and then make kind of mold the clients to be able to, as much as possible, fit into those slots and give yourself allocated free time, which helps you then organize your time better, that you get your work done, but then you also get to have a life.
So I guess am I right in saying that was kind of a coaching redirect from Peter, your business mentor?
Oh, yeah, he's been so good, and he's been so helpful the whole way through. But apart from the schedule, and he was really good to bounce ideas off of, especially with regards to pricing and things like that. He was really helpful with price points, being like, "Oh, look at these different factors that people look at when they want to, be or are interested in a personal trainer."
Yeah.
And you kind of have to see where your demand is, and this is what I would do. And he was walking me through all of the steps and things that have worked for him in the past or things that haven't. He has been so helpful and supportive the whole way through. So that's what's been really good about this whole thing, is that going self-employed is very difficult if you have no support. And I had Peter the whole way through and continue to have him, which is it's just brilliant. When you're your own boss, it's very intimidating, but you have a bigger boss that can guide you and help you in the right direction.
Absolutely,
so it's nice.
absolutely. It's always good to have allies in your corner, and totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And being a self-employed PT can often feel quite lonely as well. You're very isolated. So being part of your PT's wider network, I suppose, is beneficial. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. When you're constantly getting, not constantly, it's not overbearing, but you are getting emails and calls and check-ins, and we're having this group meeting. If you want to come in, there's Q&As. You might learn something. You might add something to the experience for other people. It's very good.
Fantastic. No, that's really good. And obviously, as fitness professionals, as personal trainers, Alice, we pride ourselves on the results that we get our clients. What's been your best success story, client-wise, since you started?
Best success story, I would say, I have a great girl, her name's Caroline, and she had come to me a couple of months before her wedding and had said, look, I'm being realistic. I'm not going to be a runway model, but I would love to lose some weight and get the confidence back up. I said, yeah, no problem. You give me 100%, I'll give you 100%, and we'll hit the ground running. So it was a little over 12 weeks, and she lost 2 stone. Yeah. But and she looks great, but apart from the physical change that went on there was so much going on behind the scenes, increased confidence, both with me in the gym, and then her ability to train independently too, and then just feeling better about herself. It's nice, you get these texts at the end of the day saying, I had a really good day today. I went to the shop, an old pair of jeans fit me. Somebody told me I looked nice. It was, there's a lot of confidence coming from her inside rather than me telling her. It's brilliant. She's done such a great job.
That's amazing. And that makes the job so worthwhile, doesn't it? I think the self gratification you get from that is immense.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the reasons why I love the job so much. You get such a sense of satisfaction from it, because you've helped other people and their lives are enhanced then because of that. And it's not just about getting fit and looking good. There's so much going on behind the scenes for people. Might have had a tough time maybe with mental health or anything, and because physical activity does so much for the mental health and then confidence and all that, it is such a satisfying job that I would say, if anybody's even remotely interested, go for it. There's not much that can go wrong.
That's fantastic and so refreshing to hear. I think you're clearly a massive advocate of personal training and your PT as well, Alice. So thank you so much for sharing those examples. And looking ahead, we're coming to the end of 2022, which seems a little bit strange, but what's the plans? What's the plans over the next 12 months? Where are you taking your business in the next 12 months?
I'm going to say just pretty much growing the client base, and then also trying to create in a way a sense of community within the clients that I do have. So a lot of them don't maybe not know each other, and I am a big lover of Olympic weightlifting and CrossFit. And one of the great things about a CrossFit gym and a CrossFit community is that it is that very much a community, and there's good crack. And I think one of the reasons why I stuck with exercise is because when you get yourself into a CrossFit gym, everybody supports each other. It's not an isolated experience. I think some people go to the gym and they're very afraid. They're on their own. People are looking at them. They think they're looking at them. They're very in their own head. But once you have a network of other people that are doing it with you, they're in the wars with you, they're finishing the workout with you, sweating, having that support network is great. So I think if I can build in the next 12 months a larger client base and then a sense of community within that and take them farther together, that would be great.
Fantastic. I think you've hit the nail on the head there. The sense of community and building a club and a team sort of ethos is going to keep your clients connected to you on a regular basis. So that's great that you've identified that from such an early stage. So that's really exciting. And I mean, we clearly both love the industry, the health and fitness industry. If someone, like you said earlier, someone is considering to look at a career in personal training, what would be the one reason, the number one reason why someone should, join our industry?
I mean, you can change someone's life for the better, hands down. That's just it. Directly, indirectly, someone needs your help. You can help them. Go for it. Amazing. If you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah, you don't clock watch, do you, as a personal trainer? That's amazing. And again, another great insight. Alice, it's been an absolute treat speaking to you today. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Congratulations once again as being the PT of the Month nominated for November. A final big shout out to Technogym, who are our sponsors for this month's PT of the Month. So there'll be a goodie bag on its way in the post directly from Technogym HQ to your door. So thanks so much, Alice, once again, and look forward to speaking soon.
Thank you very much, James.